Here is the topic of sign chart, which is one of the most important topic because it is the geometry, connects geometries and algebra at one-dimensional level. From there, we get a picture of graphs of higher dimensions. Then we just talk about the even and odd rule, power rules to make the sign chart. Then we solve inequality using sign charts. Then we finish with some inequalities of absolute value, which are intervals. So we start with how to check signs of outputs. We put the numbers into the factor form, then we can determine the sign very easily. So we can make the sign chart of a formula if we can factor it. Here is a simple formula. Here's a sign chart. It's a pictures of f. Everything over here to the right-hand side of 1 is positive. You put it into the formula. Everything to the left-hand side of 1, you put it in the formula, you get negative. Putting 1, you get 0. So the sign chart reflects what f is. And we want to make this chart for every formula. But we have to have the formula be factorable. Right? Here's the second degree equations, and we factor it. And here's one way to make sign chart. We indicate where the point are zeros, then we check for signs, then sample it. Then we get the signs of each segments. There's easier methods for general formulas, okay, and only for factorable ones. And so we have formulas that can be factors like this one. Now I can read out what the roots are, and each roots come with a power, which we call orders. Okay, so the roots in this one is 2, 0 to 2 minus 2, and these are the powers. What's important about the power is whether it's odd or even. So in this case, 0 came from x, so it has odd power. So it's an odd power or odd ordered root. And here's the even and odd roots. Okay, the sign stays the same around even order roots, but they swap around odd order roots. So here's how we make the sign chart. We mark down the orders of each root and each root, and test one numbers, then use that root. It has a change sign, but stay the same sign. Okay. And we use that to solve inequality. We make the sign chart of this formula, and then we want the inequality less than 0, which means we want the negative parts. Therefore, the answer is right here. Okay. So that's how we solve inequality using sign chart. We use a picture. But only the absolute value. Absolute value of something less than a number means distance between x and 0 is less than 7 over here. So in other words, the distance between x must be between 7 and minus 7. In general, the absolute value x minus y is the distance between x and y. So over here, to read this sentence, is the distance between x and 2 has to be less than 3. So on pictures, here's the center at 2. We are looking for any numbers that's within 3 units. So therefore, it goes up to 5, go down to -1, and that's the interval. So in general, these 3 are exactly the same. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye. Stop.